Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Hiya guys, welcome back to the Great Flat Earth British Think Tank's traditional Flatterday special. And special it will be. This will splatter your brain from beginning to end. Okay, newcomers to the Great Flat Earth British Think Tank, I suggest you buckle in. Seasoned Flat Earth Britishers, you're going to love this. We have plenty of nectar for you. So this is what we're going to be looking into in this post, guys. We're going to be looking into magic transistors, okay, televisions of the ancient world, or possibly some interdimensional communication device. Okay, we're going to be looking at that in a minute. Brain splat. So we're going to be looking into a lot of things, guys. We've had an absolutely amazing translation done for us from our new old German translator, who is Stephanie. So danke Stephanie, thanks very much. We all do appreciate this, okay, all of our translators who, you know, make the efforts. You know, this lady till early hours to translate the Congo document. Now the Congo document has been a mind blow, okay, shows high strangeness going on, okay. Darkest Africa is populated by giant grey people and white people, okay, but we find out at last what is going on, okay, and it does not fit with anything in official historical narratives, by the way, no shit. We're going to be looking into coneheads, we're going to be looking into cannibals, okay, we're going to be looking into the happiest shit ever, okay, the happiest shit ever. We're going to be looking into probably one of my favourites for this. This will be fun. This will be fun, okay. Middle Ages freaky as fuckness, okay. And when I mean freaky as fuckness, okay, I mean freaky as fuckness. You're going to love that bit. Tartaria we're going to look into. We're going to look into homunculus, okay, from the alchemical era. If you don't know about them, right, they're little people. They make them in flasks, and they're highly intelligent, and it could be us. Umbrellas as flying devices, like Mary Poppins, you know, a nanny, okay, she has a little flying umbrella. We're going to look into some ideas for Tartarian flying devices, see if any penny drops, okay. Lots of clues in this, by the way, and puzzle pieces also going to fall into place. This is a brain splat. Splat. That's my brain going to the back of my Brian pan. Advanced communications. You're going to be in for a bit of a surprise all the way through this, actually. I'm really excited. Are you excited? Be excited. Be very, very excited. We're going into the old world of Tartaria, okay, in the expositions of Rio, and some photographs were sent in from our man in San Fan, Larry Poppy, of a photographic collection we have already of Bologna, etc., in Italy, and they are mind-blowing, okay, what we have found. Or Aladi has found, because he had time to do closer scrutiny. Thank you for that. Antiquity. And 1,000 thoughts besides. So are you ready? Okay, make sure to share this out. Please. Please share this out. Okay. Get your happy hat. Okay, get your happy hat. Kick back, let me do the driving. Okay. This is going to be an adventure. Okay. Some of you, after this post, okay, will need to reevaluate your reality somewhat. It will be okay. We love you here. Peace and love. Oh, I'm having such a good time. You're going to love this. Anyway, on with the show. Friday special. Have you heard, let me introduce you to, okay, the Teledioptricus Obscurae. Okay, the Teledioptricus Obscurae is a type of, I suppose, like a camera obscura. Okay, it's around in the weird late Middle Ages, but we've been looking into mirrors for quite some time, haven't we? You get cameras here. We've already shown evidence for the last 2 or 3 years through some depictions of them having cine cameras in, you know, what looks like the Dark Ages. Okay, and it's all to do with light, sound. So they had, in my mind, television. Television, he says. In the far off antiquity, yes, I say there's been as many as 2 full resets in the last 500 years. And these people, okay, these in the alchemical era, are nothing to do with us. They are not us. They work off a completely different fundamental of reality that's been right the other end of the spectrum from where the Phoenicians took us. Now, allow me to elaborate. The watches, okay, artificial intelligence, the camera that's looking at you on your computer now, Big Brother, okay. Now, think of it in a state in the antiquity world, okay, where Big Brother is watching you through some sort of camera or device. But I think there's something else going on, okay. I think that they could be a way through. They could be like magic mirror or mirror on the wall, you know, a vision or a communication with another dimension where the so-called gods exist. Now think of Zeus. Think of Zeus and Apollo in these movies, okay? Susan George there, and they're looking into the pool to see how Jason the Argonaut is getting on. Okay, so they can chuck in a couple of dinosaur bones or whatever, dragon teeth, okay, to help him out. Now, that's a pool, it's reflection. What if that is actually a telescreen? As crazy as it sounds, check out what we found, okay? I think there's more going on with what they are proposing in these images, okay, from what we've discovered. Now, I'll tell you what, it's the magic transistor, the Teledioptricus Obscurae, okay. Note that it's tele, as in television, okay. Now, I downloaded these images, and I'm going to show you with some more mirror images, because we see so many, don't we, in antiquity. And these emblems. Now, what I want you to take note of is this. See these? They look like springs. I call them the locking code, the Phoenician locking code. But you get, this is like the plaque that we see on all these buildings. And in there is a world. In there is a world with the sun. In this emblem, what they call emblemata. And you have Hermes, who is Mercury, who has electrified or magnetized Mercury because the dragon's wings are open, okay, so the dragon's charged and it's creating magnetized light and it's coming into our reality. Now, we've seen these by the 100 where there's almost as if somebody's watching through a telescreen and not even in this realm. Here's a one from antiquity, the masks again, and this person who's got the devil behind the mirror is absolutely horrified of what it's seeing, or just in shock of what it's seeing. And I don't think it's just its reflection, or maybe it's its real reflection, and I'll show you what I mean by that later. So we have some Pythagorean mathematics going on, some strange, what looks like metallic orb with wings. Wings open, active charge. Some stars all the way around it as well, and what looks like astrological symbols. And the all-seeing eye, always the all-seeing eye in the middle of a pyramid plasma burst. Numero. So, the laurel leaf of control. What if the laurel leaf of control in antiquity was some sort of teleprompter, some sort of device? Doesn't have to be, you know, anything wrong with decoration around it. This thing looks like it has wires. This thing could be some sort of their technology. This could be the key. And the reset analogy. The plasma, always in the pyramid, the all-seeing eye. Now, all I can tell you at this stage, something I do think that is true, is the eagle blinds us. It's the eagle that blinds us. It's the wings open, some sort of flash, some sort of plasma burst, but something that will blind everyone who sees it. And that's what happens. Just to the dogs, but it's always about sound and vibration. Everything is vibration and resonance. And these are mind-blowing. Now, I noticed this lady. Okay, let me see if I can mag up on that. This lady here, okay, she has to look at this hat as being fried and observed and breathed on by a demon. Now, so she's not sending a laser beam out of her eye, is she? So is she just observing it? Is this just the act of measuring that they're telling us about, as in, you know, things are rendered because you know, perceive them, you know, like the double split experiment. Okay, so she's measuring the hat, so it has to be looked at. It has to be looked at. Something deeper going on here. So we've got parabolum going on from the sun's light into a concave mirror, and it can take out a ship that will end up in Davy Jones's locker later. Through this other lens, also Starfire. No mystery there. And this boy has to visually see a dragon. Isn't that an interesting thing? Now, in Munda Subterraneous Cursurers as well, you got the same sort of coding going on exactly. These winds being breathed into this anomalous world, which has zero similarity to the map of Earth. None of these. Okay, this is not Earth. Whatever they're blowing air in, on a chain, active wings open, it's not here, wherever it is. So also teleprompting or heads, like we've suggested, heads in devices. Could they be holographic technology? There's something to suggest that it might be, you know, guys, holographic technology. Okay, I think this head device maybe has one specific purpose, but it can't be definite. Okay, and you get these which look like televisions, circular televisions, and it's something to do with they have to look, observe it, the act of measuring, guys, to another dimension. And there's the old ladder again, like Jacob's ladder, which seems to give us, you know, some idea we constantly see of like a physical way out of this realm. It seems to be above the chemtrails. What about that? In another emblemata with the locking system again, posing toroidals, and these same anomalous Phoenician flowers, and the eye in a boot in 1984 novel. Okay, them. The powers that should not be would like to stamp on the face of humanity forever and ever. Okay, the Watchers, demons, angels, in your telly, guys, in your tellies. They know how shapes work, they know how sounds work, they know how consciousness works, and they got an amazing way of tweaking the subconscious. You don't know this shit's going down, but they're doing it. So again, Mercury, all-seeing eye, Casus, and it's to do with apparently the visuals into some sort of parabolum, which is being split off into separate light spectrums for this experiment or whatever's going on here. It's very particle physics. And back up again. Again, the serpent. What if this is the serpent? Means, you know, eating its tail. We know what the official narratives are, but what if this is, you know, electricity, and this is a teleprompter from another dimension, or from another reality, if you like. This judgment. Always with the multi-breasted Phoenician mermaid, you'll see. And the hat with wings. The hat with wings. And you get this like Ezekiel's wheel thing going on with constellations on it. Well, the constellations are not on a wheel, are they? So, well, that's what it shows you. It even casts a shadow. It's like the sky is falling in. And the dog can definitely see that. Again, in some of these French Revolutionary images, they always use this analogy with the Parisian hat and the plasma and the burning lamp and the parabulum of some strange mirror which illuminates the Phoenician procession. And all of this papal hat and faceless night setup, what we call it. No. So we got parabulum, starfire, no mystery there. What about this one? No. He's holding his cheek, he's holding his beard, so he's just freaked out by the concave image, is it? Hi, are you me? Are you me in another dimension? Yeah, what do you do? Oh, well, I'm an artist. What do you do? I clean cars for a living. You know, it's just different. It might be just doppelgangers. It's not really the same face. Who knows? They're freaked out by the reflection. And it's a device, as you can see. This guy is in shock. He's like, no fucking way. It's like, yeah, dude, yeah. I'm sure they had looking glasses before this era, and I remember Mercury's playing an active role in this. Red Mercury. The red light, you know, disappears into another dimension. Gets eaten. The red light waves get eaten. And the Tartarians' greatest mining production was quicksilver. Quicksilver is used on the back of the mirrors. These are a specific type of mirror, a device. It's like a tablet. Like Moses, he goes up and gets the 10 Commandments on a tablet. Yeah. Like a tablet, guys. So I'm not sure what he's looking at there. So yeah, they look like telescreens. And this is sinister. Look at this. Anyway, that's not a magnifying glass, because it would definitely fry your fucking eyes out if you did that. But it's definitely about the observation again. And this lady is Skyping with a friend, or she's incredibly vain and just looking in the mirror, which I doubt. So she's Skyping with a friend. And this guy is painting this angel, only he sees her as she really is. A demon. Isn't that weird? How they really are. That might be the thing with mirrors, you know, maybe these, you know, whoever they are, you know, these Phoenicians, and if there are any here, maybe they don't cast a shadow like vampires or a reflection. So even the animals freaked out about it here. And you get the, you know, the crucible in some sort of liquid that this is drinking out of. What about this one? So it's a giant looking glass. Okay, monkeys, giant looking glass. Okay, it's a similar sort of stance. Is he having a word with him? What to do next? Because it seems like some sort of conference call, or you know, conversation going on. Who knows? Active fasces on the angel up there, and this circular enclosure with two people in it. I don't know, Adam and Eve. They always show the Garden of Eden as a walled enclosure. What if this was like, you know, I've seen computer software that you can just like touch, and all of these things pop out with different sort of categories and topics. Little screens. Yeah. Even these. Yeah. Hey, I'm a god. I'm speaking from Olympias, or wherever they fucking come from. Again, it's like technology. So a one-legged man, this guy's gonna just get him with a sword because it's a one-legged man. Oh, nice silks. Somebody checking out silks. And some sort of teleprompter. I don't know what this hole in the ground is or why the elephant's looking down. A bit of sheep shearing, nothing sinister about that. Yeah. So he's like, hey, like Buddy Angel. And there they are, the heavenly hosts, and some king in an antiquity tent. Right. What about this? Again, the observation, and in this case, it's not reflecting what they're seeing because it has a sun and a moon, and it's another world in the mirror, or in this device, or in this TV screen, the teleprompter. they've had here all along. Can you imagine how mind-blowing it is to these people with no frame of reference from some controllers that come in, the Phoenicians, with this technology? Up the ladder you go. And that's what they're perceiving. So it's not a picture. And it's to do, again, with the observation. That's interesting. It's almost like if it's unrendered, and it's rendered when the, you know, the observation process, you know, the way function and collapse takes place. That's amazing. It is the Garden of Eden. So a bit of like fucking I hate that sort of thing going on. A burning bush, got a bloke in it this time, and some very, very sinister screen going on. So, what do you think? What do you think? There is quite a bit of evidence in pictures to suggest. I'll give you this link, you can check it out for yourself, that these are not just concave mirrors. That's interesting. He's painting a demon and seeing an angel. Very interesting. It's like this guy's going to step out as well. Why would you just take, you know, a mirror at the battlefield? Oh, and that's definitely not what they're seeing. Was in the picture, so they are seeing somewhere else, guys. Okay, they are seeing somewhere else. These people are actually talking to them, thinking they're gods, and these emblematas here as well. Okay, different screens into different realities, different realms in this place, different times in history. Who even knows? The alchemical knowledge is just unbelievable. That's from 1610 emblematas, and they crazy. So we're moving on. This is fantastic. I got different subject now, guys. Okay, Congo. Okay, in the Middle Ages. Okay, is we've looked into for a couple of years. 1597. Okay, after the Renaissance, after a reset. This is what's going on. We know now, thanks to Steph. Good. Okay. Now. Oh. So, Steph, thanks for staying up so late and doing a translation on this, because it's kind of been easy. So, I'll go through each picture, there's only a few, and tell you what's happening. So, the first, okay, is the meeting, arrival of the prince, who's related to the person who runs this landscape. As you can see, the occupants of Congo are all white. Okay, so he's related. The king's Portuguese, and he wants to convert them to the Christian system. Him and his son are Christian in the picture. In the script, they bring precious things for arrival for the Portuguese, and a big party happens for the prince and the son. So the Congolese bring the Portuguese people a shitload of stuff. So these are occupying the Congo. Okay, what happens next? Describes the excuse me, I can't really read that. Oh, describes the recount of former gods and subordinates to Christianity is written. They done this with joy, and they brought a lot of BS priests, church machines, clothes for priests, crucifixes and pictures. So not only their belief system goes in one direction, they don't write about all of the people being beaten to shit in the background though in the description. So anyway, you have to lay down 3 times and put your feet upside to do their grovelly thing to the Portuguese. Who knew? Who were Phoenicians, obviously. It's a top hatter there in a skyscraper city. You've seen it before. This is a description of men's clothes native to the Congo. Okay, this is a description of instruments of war and what they're used for. I don't know what instrument of war that is. A cup and a stick. Alright, Law? I'm just recording, mate, alright? Cool. This is women's clothing. Okay. And this is a description of how to deal with the dead and how the living people get transported in a laying down position because they have no animals or horses to carry them around. Okay, so they use slaves and servants. Okay, and this is what they look like in a Congo 400 years ago, apparently. So this next one is Dedo, I should imagine. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Description is to deal with the dead. They're transported laying down. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And this is a king. He gets carried around in a sitting position. He's white, he's a bit mercenary, and he looks totally European. So this is one of their strange beasties. Okay. Now, on here you see a dragon. That's the size of a sheep in different colours, green and blue, and painted in red. They worship the dragon and sacrifice him to the god. They roll a ball to the tail of the snake to get the poison. So like Baal and the dragon in the Bible, exactly the same story, more or less. They use it to cure or to kill apes. They use it to have fun, to drill for funny things to pass the time. So they kill things to do weird shit. So next is, excuse me, things get a little bit more chaotic. The king of Congo was a Christian and commanded his tributaries to handle over the graven images to burn them. Persons had to follow this, otherwise they would be burnt too. So believe or we will burn you. Nice. The next one, let's mag these up a bit so you can get a little better look. So burn graven images of their gods, etc. This one looks like he's alive. Or we'll burn you. So that's friendly. This is quite interesting. Okay, now it's not all that bad. These people, the Bigas nations, they live around the lake and the river. Okay. They are cruel and they are into robbing the nation. Okay. They're very big size and they look really awful. And black coloured. They are armed with arrows, knives, spears, and have big shields. They go naked and they are cannibals. 2 lips and chops to make them look really, really creepy. Okay, in this description, not really what we're seeing, but they eat basically. Is it the one before? Yes, it's this one. Okay, so they like to eat not everybody, so it's not all bad, you know. They eat their friends. 14. I'm not sure if that's 14. So women and Momotaba, these women serve as Emperor Momotaba. Okay, these ones, sure. Oh, sorry, this was the battle we were just talking about. I've got one picture behind. These are like Amazons. No. They serve the Emperor, the Momotaba, and they are a mighty warrior force. Okay. They are basically, what you see here with a child is the warrior is having its boob flame cut off so they can be like the ancient Amazons, and they are very, very brave and own their own territory. Okay, so just like the Amazons, and that's what's happening in the Congo book. So yeah, believe or well burn ya. So religious got forced, and they also had a lot of giants as well, and really green. This is another book, and I can give you a collection about the Congo. Grey, these grey giants. Okay, and you see them all in rich colour. We know the habits now; they get carried around. Okay, and in this case, the same scenario of basically they only eat relatives and friends. They don't eat anyone else. So a case of it's what he would have wanted. And there's the costumes of Congo and its visitors, which I will link up to you. Enjoy. We're moving on. Okay, isn't that interesting? So enjoy that book, and there's a collection, this many, of books of Congo, India. That's where the Congo book come from, and many more. Just keeps on reloading, endless amounts of books. I'll put them in the descriptions box for you to enjoy. Now, this got passed to me from Larry. I've had this a few years. This album is pretty shit hot. What we think is this. No. So thanks, our man in San Fran. This is in Bologna, I think. And what we're seeing here, right, is there's no people because it's a reset. Okay. I think there's been 2 resets in a 500-year period. And these downpipes, we think, these gutters and downpipes, were put there before the arrivals came in. And when the new roads were being laid down. You only got one man here. Phoenicians arriving with their new statues, etc. And that is in Bologna. And what we find is, if they give you any images of any people, they're always like penciled. So they came in, this is the original tops of windows that would have been there, as you can see, as the top of what looks like a door or something. So they've put the lamppost on top of the pavement. On top of the pavement. These all-wheel bollards. And they put the lamppost on top of the pavement. So these are a later arrival. This pavement seems to be new, or this sidewalk, and all of this is mud flooded. But what a glorious building. Glorious huge doors. And why the bars, guys? Who they keeping out? Or who they keeping in? You see this on post offices as well. They have bars on post offices. I can understand they have money in there, etc. But the way they protrude out of the buildings, like they're coming to get you out of a portal every time. You see? Out of a portal. Every time, guys. Every single one. There's a local church to me in Cardiff on Newport Road, and I used to stare at it when I was young. I used to think, what's with them dudes in there? Phoenicians. And they're like through a portal. And I can remember thinking that at maybe 16 years of age. It's like they're coming through a window or a portal. So, as you can see, these deities, they come through some sort of portal. Can you see this? Every time. Is this where the Phoenicians arrive from, guys? Is this where they are? Are they going to come back? Have they come back? So I would think a lot of this had been buried, because you can see the mud flood windows under there. They could be big plinths on them, but wow. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, he's just looking straight at you, and he is. They always do that. How do they do that? And all coming through portals, exactly like the teleprompter. Absolutely mind-blowing. And there's the Phoenicians. Okay. So I'll be able to link this album up to you. If there's any time, we'll go through a bit of it. If they show you anything with any population in these albums, the only time you're going to see them is pencil drawings, like what I showed you with the Hangout with Campbell Autodidactics channel of the French expositions. They seem to be all just if there's any population. There's something going on with opera houses. Lyceums. They were more. And not just for bogus bullshit. Empty classical bullshit. I'm crying. Fucking awful. People don't like it. And it's like, this is the new level. This is in Bologna in Italy, yeah. Again. And this is the new level that's just been laid down. There would have been underneath here, there would have been an original, same track. Transportation network, flying hub, and these massive Tartarian antiquity devices. Way to steal a civilization. And who would know when you got all of the education system and the history books and all the control? It takes a generation or so. phase out any new, change it ongoing, like in Big Brother in the 1984 book. Real time. Look at these, they are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the detail on these windows. 1930. Oh, she's a beauty. Look at these Phoenician statues. All of it. All of it mud flooded right the way down. Antiquity was very grand indeed. And check out the Antiquitech and veins. Antiquitech flags. You can have veins of metal in these, then you can buy them in the modern day. If you look on Google in the modern day, you can buy flags to collect electrostatic charge out of the ether. I thought that was a date then, like 1851. Is it 1860? It says 1860 on there, guys. I'd say that was accurate for their takeover. And then you can see all of the, you know, basically the Phoenician all over the Tartarian building with all of their weirdness and locking mechanisms and evil deities that all came through, pouring through the fucking wormhole or whatever it was. Portal. Mind-blowing. We'll go through some of them later. They are fantastic then, but they're loaded up on another browser. Now, we move on. Great expositions, guys, we've been looking into. We've always does this on kind of British, but were you aware that they started such an early time? Because I wasn't. 1756, London had the first exposition, guys. Okay, sponsored by the Royal Art Society. So as early as 1856, they were having expos. 1786. 1798, Belgium, first exposition. 1902, Paris, third exposition. 1902. I've searched a couple of these guys as well. There are a lot of evidence on a lot of them, you know. New York, United States, 1929. Notice the jump from 1802, and then so 1929, nothing happens through the reset period. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Mel. Mel bought me this shirt I'm wearing now. Came through the post today, so it rigs me out. And there was a beautiful bracelet in the pocket. So kind. Thanks so much. It's fucking really groovy, actually, and so me. Oh, I didn't even notice just then. I managed to iron this shit with that in there. Anyway, sorry about that. Got sidetracked. Fucking hell. So yeah, it's a big jump. So that's the reset, you know, New Missouri event and everything else, all the other wars, etc. And it just goes on, guys. There's this many expositions. Some of the destinations you would never even, you know, imagine would have had them, but they do. Turin had a good one. Antwerp, oh, just random names. Liverpool, Birmingham had a really big one as well. Chicago, we know of. The Irish Fair, that's different. I never knew about that one. New Zealand, and it goes on. So, all of them buildings, all of that money, all of that effort, dig this, to build this many. Really. Entire cities, entire civilizations. Better than the quality of the civilization that's already there, they say. Does that make sense? Fuck. That civilization was there. Here it is. This is in Rio de Janeiro, and they give you, this is a book of photographs I can give you, and go through a few. But I have to move on with time. And you get a fantastic panoramic of Rio de Janeiro harbour, I guess, but it just, the whole of Rio de Janeiro is exposition at this period. And you see some of these buildings are just out there in the mud. Look at this quality for Rio. And built all that in Rio, apparently, in the beautiful sunshine. Okay. In the Copacabana. Okay, we'll go through some of these images now. I'll just show you one or two, if you just excuse me. This place is fantastic. They got the same sort of thing going on as the Paris one, but check this out for beauty. And how old are these trees anyway? Oh, that one's young, no doubt about it, but these, maybe they weren't in that big. Looks 20 years old to me. 15 maybe. This is the old world, guys. So they want you to believe there was that many expeditions built, temporary, with the empty panel to let you know what I just showed you with Emblemata, spooky as hell. Where's the light? What's in the background? Look at that! On top of the Onion Dome. Brazil. And just a load of Brazilian kids. Boys. What a fantastic picture. Absolutely fantastic. And look, it's all like the opera houses of Europe. And they're all mud flooded. And it's all like new layout on the streets. These are the sort of central reservations they sort of have in these cities with the missing populations. Like this one. There's one person there. And here it is. So Sugarloaf Mountain hasn't got any Christ the Redeemer. You have some like really badly messed up tower blocks. Looks like they're in Lebanon in the 80s or something. This building, half mud flooded. All the mud flood on the side of this building, so it all came down this way. Half burying. Unless they just dug the mud out and built the building in and retained it, which makes no sense whatsoever from a building perspective. I should know. And one established old building from a civilization. Can you see that there, guys? It looks like a huge modern skyscraper tower block with something on the top. Excuse me, there. We have smoke from this place here. One cart. Wonder what that was. Why do I get a sinister feeling when I look at this building? So they did all of them buildings of expositions and world's fairs and great exhibitions worldwide, and they built all this stuff. They're spoils. Guys, this is what it really is. They're spoils. Wow. And they did this everywhere. And that same shield we've seen in Paris with the same spring thing. Oh, it's the same entrance. And here's their opera house. Still there today. Very beautiful. Design. You see it a bit later. There it is there. It's the Palace, Monroe Palace, excuse me. There is an opera house. Mud flooded windows. Then modern day. This window looks like it's a Union flag. Giant portals. You ever seen the film Time Machine with the Mordor, when they have these horns that blow people and they go up the stairs into this building and the door comes down and they're a food source for the Mordor below ground, these troglodytes. Look how modern. Oh, that's what we were seeing. This modern development. Wow. Turn of the century. None of this is around anymore, guys. If I look on Google Earth at the front, there's some of these Tartarian buildings around still themed. Look at these buildings. Are beautiful but dirty. And here's the exposition. And same old thing. A palace for everywhere in the world. All antiquity out. All old world. Posing. They tart them up. Excuse the phrase. They bring in a new population who are as green as grass in this place. What the flipping hell are they? Multiple lights? Like they have in a modern day? And this Greco-Romano temple entrance on each one there. That's amazing. Holy fun. That's really fantastic. So, that's really nice. So happy. No people around though, well, you won't, will you? There's a couple down there. But you're going to build monuments like this of giant scale. They say they're temporary, they're not. They were there already. No people. in Rio de Janeiro. There's them things again. I think they're multiple lights. I bet they looked absolutely beautiful. Huge bunko booths for tickets. Maybe then, but what about initially? These things always got antiquity on them. Beautiful. So they have a place, that's the Little America that they have. That's the Argentina. The size of these doors, guys. See? This would have been just the front door when this building was originally. Looks like a little railway station. It's Belgium. Looks like a little St. Pancras. That's a bit of France. Yeah? Go on. Think to yourself why aesthetically you would build a hole in front of a building and then have to brick it up again. Nobody around. Preparing the new world. Brainwash them. Get them to believe the false historical narrative, the bullshit science models, heliocentrism, and all of the rest of their crazy, weird, voodoo-y insanity that can't be bothered with anymore. Wasted enough brain space in this reality on their shit. And now we can think for ourselves. Nice bit of antiquity on that. And all them blank panels. So I guess in that's I don't know, somewhere in the Orient, the pagoda building. So yeah, it had it going on, didn't it, guys? This is right on the front in Rio. Look at the size of that. Built temporary with all them horns, the holes. Oh, my ass. That is built temporary. This is old world. Oh, what a fantastic world it was. Yeah, 2 people. Look at these statues up on here. Wow, they look demonic from here, and I'm not even close. No people. And that's on the front. Obviously no people. Huge bunko booth, that's the same one. Okay, I'll give you the link for these. They're fantastic. Well, they look like they're made of ceramic, them bottom ones there. Maybe they spin around. Answers on a postcard. Flat Earth British, P.O. Box, FEB. I haven't got a P.O. Box, just put them on in the comments if you have any ideas what is going on. Look at this. All clowns' faces, evil, coming out of portals as well. Wow. I better get on. And that's a bit of whatever country that is. Aspectio. Scotio. And there it is in a photograph. In 1908. Mud outside, some sort of what looks like a guard tower and a guard tower. Could they be just, you know, lifeguards on Copacabana Beach, guys? Could they? Bunker booths? Bunker booths? What do we think? Or are they guard towers? It don't look very beachy outside to me. And these people are prisoners. Or new arrivals being watched. Holy moly. It is fantastic. Wonder what that is there with the 2 cleats. No, I said cleats. What's the matter with you guys? What's this? It could be flagpoles, but flags catch your charge. It's got a lot of like spiky needly bits. Looks like bloody pinhead of Hellraiser, guys. Look at it. Look at that. Wow, that's fantastic. And there it is again. It's just fantastic. Space agey, even. Futuristic. In an all-world way. Look at that one there. Looks like it's illuminated. That might be just a daft cloud. So there's the new complex of absurdity. Next to that beautiful thing. It'd be nice to look down upon that, though. Okay, the Monroe Palace in 1968. Okay. And show what era that is. There it is again. So, yeah. It looks like a railway station as well. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, Rio had a fantastic one. That looks like the old wheel to me as well. So images. Now we're going to do now, guys, if you could share this out please, is we're going to look into middle-aged freaky as fuckness. Tell me it isn't. Tell me it isn't, because we're about to see how freaky this is. This should be fun. So, aspects of everything we talk about. Mirrors, okay, some Van Eyck art, and some of the Dutch school art, or Flemish, excuse me, school of art, and the strange goings on of the Middle Ages. So it's basically no one can see anything because the helmet's over their eyes. Does that make sense? Alright, maybe they're just dopey as fuck knights. Yeah, maybe they come from Clopper Castle. And these are just like, I take it that they are clergy. I don't know what they're doing on with these little white nighties though. It's a bit sinister, but they did in them days, didn't they? So I think this is Christ related, but there's nothing sinister about like sheep, who are vegetarian, drinking the blood of Christ. No, it's all symbolic, isn't it? It's really nice, nothing going on at all. And another pyramid plasma through a portal thing in the sky, giving technology to them. Don't look into her eyes, guys. Turn away. Turn away. It's really hard on the eyes, that one. She's got horns. I think she's got horns, you know, guys. I don't think you'd make your hair like that. So yeah, she's got these little tiny arms as well, like little, you know, like the plane. That's the plane. So I don't know what's going on, but fucking hell, she's hard on the eyes. No offense, you know, to her ancestors. Yeah, trying to piece your relationship back together again. Well, let's just hope it never comes to that for any of you guys or any of us. Okay, but they do get their hair off, don't they? Homunculus, bred in jars in public squares. I think in the alchemical era, when all of this weirdness was going down, I think they had. This looks again like a portal, but in this pocket dimension, or whatever it is a vial. Inside the vial with the corona, or the crown, it's paste on top. This is a phoenix, as far as I can gather, and they're breeding a homunculus. Okay, seems to be really important. Seems to have been achieved. This is mind-blowing Van Eyck art. So much going on with these pictures, guys. New Earth talked about it. You know, it's impossible to recreate this in paint because of the change in light constantly. You would have to be, oh shit, my white sprite's there. Oh shit, my white, you know, my sunlit's there. You wouldn't be able to do it. It's like just fantastic, and it's like a photograph, Van Eyck, of the couple, and this mirror again, with this reflection again, and these little religious iconographies all the way around. I don't know, I just choose that because basically it was a prawn, a big prawn, and he's hunting this mermaid girl. Okay, prawning her. You can have snails racing, Tartarian versus whatever, Phoenicians. And this guy's got spectacles on because he can't see a thing. In the past, did you know about them? Yeah, the giant bunny rabbits too. Something about breast milk, blood, all seems to be a part. Is she a human being? Because she seems to be pale. Yeah, maybe she's Russian. I don't know. She's really, 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 really white. Yeah, like not human white. And the boob is poked out, so I don't know whether it's anything to do with bitty. Could be well to do with breast milk. And you get the blue and the red Cherubinowski evil stinking angels. So yeah, do they breed rulers in jars, homunculus? Well, it seems not, because all rulers seem as dull as dishwater, don't they? So this is another thing that happens in the past. Okay, an arm can reach up from the ground, okay, pull your grundies down. You want to watch for that, guys and girls. Perfectione aquata. Okay, so yeah, they got like, you know, basically reproduction of homunculus, but you got to do it in the vial, in the jar. So this is what you do in the Middle Ages, because you haven't got running water in your house. You go into a wooden tub, but that's really nice anyway, with oils, and they wash your hair, and they pour stuff over you, and they rub your belly. Okay, no more goes on than that, because this is a very respectable place. There's another horny woman. Do you think she's got 2 horns? Or do you think that's just the style? Because I think they're protruding a bit there, aren't they? Okay. This one's not so savage on the eyes as the last, but 4 angels. No offence to our ancestors or anything. It's a post-Renaissance picture. It's not a mirror. So I think this is how a lot of ladies got around in the past. It's understandable, but fucking backbreaking for the men. But yeah. Imagine her smiling, walking down the road and waving to people. Also, people just go fucking nuts and bite your chest out and eat you. So I'm not sure what's going on there. There seems to be a lot of that going on in the past. Cone heads, horn heads. I think these are actual horns. I don't think it's hair. What say you? I'm not sure what they're doing to the sprog gauge. He's got like a pen and he's like poking it in his head. Oh look. I don't know. It's like giving him a spot there. Good spot. She took basically she's got keys, so she's relatively important, maybe not. She took masking a little bit too seriously. She's about to fall down a hole or not. So what's going on? The eagle that blinds us. So bunny rabbits are fucking epic. Did you know men could change into bunny rabbits? Oh yes, and women. I know. It's good, isn't it? Homunculus breeding, magnetics, some solution essences. The whole recipe is there to make a homunculus human being. So is she a unicorn or a unihorn? Really beautiful horn decoration. It's got little alchemical symbols. So what do you think? She's got no hair. She's bald as a coot, and she's a chick. So where's her hair? She's baldy because she's radiation poisoning, and all her hair fell out. And she's got a horn because she's not actually from this realm, and she's got a Phoenician nose going on. Nice, Celtic-looking headband. This woman comes out once a day to wash her foo, and all of the men get up in the window to catch like 3 o'clock foo. She's like, every day 3 o'clock they come and watch me. Ooh. Very. I've heard about blowing smoke up someone's ass, but crawling up someone's ass is completely fucking different. So that's what Van Eyck shows you. Okay, not sure what's going on. It's to do with money, and it's to do with grovelling on all fours of someone's butt. From 1592, if it is. 1592. Also in Hieronymus Bosch art, this is copied from 1984 when the mouse comes in and chews his face off, or the rat. But they're doing like this sort of technology where they maybe make homunculus, but it's a similar theme. Oh, they got a duck. I fed a duck by hand yesterday. Come over to me, I fed it by hand. Didn't I laugh? I fed a duck by hand. It's lush. Love ducks. Love animals. So another, the cross, the serpents all the way around here, active charge. It's an analogy for electromagnetic technology. So these are real. Okay, these come up from the sea. And they're Phoenicians. Okay, they look nice, but they won't be nice when they're trying to, eat your Brian. Okay, and they come in all different sizes. You have rulers, you have couples, you have copulating couples, you have snow, you have kings, queens, and all stuff, all made in homunculus flasks. See, even Phoenician mermen. So I don't know. I've heard about the saying being dragged through a hedge backwards, but these guys were like, they wear saucepans, and they drag women around by their hairs. Awfully uncouth, but it's the Middle Ages. So I think they do this in the town square, okay, or they're watching it on a massive screen. Can you see what I mean? Because there's a huge flask, and he's already emanating his sentient beingness, because he's from almost like from another dimension. Glinting your eye, glinting, ding. Yeah, except they got mega intelligence, but I suspect that they are really, really boring. Like Spock, boring. Took him 3 series to start even giggling, didn't it? Harpsichord music, Such a trippy table on that harpsichord. And education. So just... Shit going down. I like this rotunda and this skyscraper thingy. But yeah, it looks like they're doing a monketus in this town square. And the need to oppress humanity. I'm not actually sure what's going on. He's killing him. And the women are being like, he's hitting those sticks. She's about to have her head chopped off, and she's just having a stretch. So I know, you know, on a fire underneath her as well. Oh shit, that's terrible. At first I thought, you know, maybe they were, you know, maybe they were all getting on or something. You can never tell. There's giants. Look, you know, the basically the minstrels are very, very much smaller than their masters. Masters seem to be giants. There's that trippy as hell Van Eyck picture. I love that dark on Van Eyck picture. And Van Eyck, check Van Eyck's shoes. This guy's shoes, right? If you put them on and kicked you in the head, you'd be fucked. Did I just say that? You would be, though. Look at the Phoenician purple. That catches the light. The greens. She's obviously full as an egg, but she get pregnant using a toothbrush, this one. She got horns too. And I think he's got a big hat on because he's hiding his elongated head. So trippy. So we got a museum here, the Museum of Welsh Life, called St Fagans, just up the road, about a mile away from where I'm sitting, and they got a 1500s room, and I tell you what, they're lying. There's nothing like it. This shit's hot. Theirs is rubbish. Say no, you never had nothing. I don't know, I think it might be a cure for lumbago, but you can never tell. They seem a bit smarmy, don't they? They got, you know, they're either turbans or they got massive coneheads. Antiquity, yeah, so the king just orders everybody chucked into lions. It's nice, isn't it? Look at the face on that one. Did you actually share the show out, guys? Would you please? Let's get a crowd over. There's more epicness to come. Wait, you see the images of the day. Have I forgotten anything? Yeah, we got the happiest hats ever coming up, guys. I've had a strange week. I've been trolled to shit as well for some reason. I got trolled off a lot of people this week. Really weird. This is what happens, right? They have got, right, like my local shopkeeper, he's one too, a Venetian Ferengi. They got a Ferengi, guys. He's like, you want to buy this lemon? Cost you $50. No, it's a rare lemon. It's the only one of its kind in reality. I know because I 3D printed it only earlier. Or in the tricorder. So yeah, he's a Ferengi, no doubt about it. I think they shapeshift once they get up, yeah. As you'll see later on in this post. And as I said, it's the thing about squirty milk tit as well. Tit milk. I hear, not that I can, you know, verify this for sure. The Ukrainian breast milk is the best tasting breast milk on earth. I don't know if that's true. This crow seems to be happy with bitty though. You know, who can blame him? And they... Lee, Flat Earth British Sub, are you there? Yeah, they come up from the well, Lee. So we were, you know, we would be careful with the well. I found a link, or somebody passed me a link of a well that goes like 100 foot into the ground, or deeper. So yeah, they can just come up through a reflection from another dimension. No, not that I think this is funny at all. Okay. Are you ladies from England? No, Wales. Sorry, are you from Wales? From England? Are you Wales from England? No, I said that wrong, didn't I? Yeah, so no, they don't really know about Wales. But as you can see, the women in Wales, pretty fantastic. As everyone is in Wales. Yeah, this is like, if you want to like get like your ass burnt, just eat a really hot tandoori. Okay, but this is what's going on here. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. The demons come down, they got like masks on. And they burn your asshole out, guys. It's not good, is it? Look at him, he got a pair of knackers hanging down. A little tail. Yeah? Gonna watch our flame, mate. It's a nice little touch, wasn't it? Right, that'll fucking shut him up. So this is like extreme shut your husband up, going to extreme in the past. But you know, relationships, they are a struggle, no doubt about it. This is fantastic. Check this out. Hi me, let's join. To the teleprompter, all CNI watchers watching the whole of reality, the players, the non-players, the program that is this simulation, and the reflected lenses reality of the movie that you're living in right now. Welcome to the Truman Show. What time is it? Yeah, 5 to 5, or is it 4:45? What time is it in what dimension? So it's all different times everywhere. So there's demonic one and sort of heroic-y, sort of oriental looking one. Can't be heroic then. And all that chemical shit going down. Flying ships. Unless we are under the water. Are we under the water? No. Looks like it's in a fish tank. Looks like we're in the water. Jesus, Phoenician. Satan likes a bit of fiddle music, don't he? Does he really go around with the Grim Reaper? That might be just bad press. So yeah, what's the wire? Hi me. I don't know. I think this is water, and this is some sort of vortex, isn't it? This is in an early medieval depiction, and everyone's in bunkers, and the water's going all over. I think it's like a flood, and the land's invaded by snakes. But don't worry, because St. Patrick's going to come and chase them all away. Bitches drink. So these people have got to drink, look, and wash this water for some reason, and it's like they're being instructed and told to. Yeah, it's like, drink, bitches. Huh. We don't want to. The vaccine's in it. It'll make you better. Do you know what? Even a snotty nose is going to fuck you soon. Yeah, you'll have coppers jumping on you, kicking your head in because you've got a snotty nose, while he's snotting all over you. Yeah, so they eat your chest out. Not sure what that is. Looks like, I don't know, monkey spanky. I don't know. And this is that strange death cult that they was forced to get rid of in the Congo. Fasces, setups. Yeah, fasces. Alchemical mixtures. It's satanic. Phoenician with that wheel, with the tech, the plasma discharge, wings open. It's all in there. Everything's in there. I don't know why they need loads and loads and loads of jugs though, but you know, she's got a wicked hat on. That is very futuristic. So what I notice is when she's looking into her teleprompter, okay, she's twiggling this like a button. You see that? She's twiggling like a get a signal. Come in, Marge. You there? Ah, you love. You see that? I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was really, really pretty. The colours, the borders, and it's like see-through when you see her boobs. Stop. Anyway, so yeah, this is crazy. Concave mirror, convex mirror. Look at that outside the window. But again, it's like look how deep it goes. It's like a portal sort of thing. It's like a machine. This guy's like, you know, conference call tea time, and these are the names of the people that are blaring at him, and they're all connected. He's like, one at a time. You see that tea time conference call? Blah is telling him to do this, and Tubo is telling him to do this. Yeah, they look like teleprompters, don't they? Or some sort of television. This is a fantastic picture, this, by Van Eyck. So again, that blood drinking lamb. Don't know what's going on. I keeps the lamb on his book, and that weird mirror. And there's two people, like a little boy and a girl or something, in this reflection. They got beautiful houses and shit. Better than now. More mermaids. Yeah, they come up from the water and they just lose the fish. But you've all seen the film with Daryl Hannah. You don't have to me tell you how it all works. Yeah. And they do all look like Daryl Hannah. Okay, you do not get her. You don't get ugly mermaids, guys. They just don't do them. So yeah, it seems that he's like, holy fuck, that was nasty, and he ordered it. Yeah, so it's about heads again. Mel, you sign. Okay, who is on Starbucks, and she's also got a prompter. some sort of device. He's having a peer through the hole in there, in the window. She's outside. Melusin. That's a nice name. Also, like Max Egan, who's got Billy walking around his paradise place, okay? They breed peacocks in flasks. There's a load of people in the water naked up there. Maybe some sort of naturist thingy going on. Bit of copulate. Oh, it's all sort of nice, musical and all that. That's a nice place. They're gonna design. That's where them. Ever wondered why the peacock is so fucking freaky and why they have the peacock feather as part of their stuff? Yeah, because it was homunculized, guys. Yeah, look at this going on. Like, nobody ever bothers with me. Yeah, and basically the ram or a demon flies in through the window every night. See, my Auntie Margaret said that. She said she was raped by ghosts. But who knows? So there you are. She could be combing her hair, look at her reflection, but I don't think that's her. I think she's combing her hair and talking to a friend. Where are they? Oh, mud-flooded sort of weird world with a red background made of tapestry. There you are. Ooh, I can't wait for my homunculus to be out. How big will I be? How big will I be? So that's what they were doing. And the Gorgon. Okay, the Gorgon, although looks a bit of a dude, it's got serpents coming over it, the fact remains, Gorgon was hot. But it was analogy anyway for electromagnetic technology, all part of this whole paradigm man story. Right, these are some images I'm just going to share with you quickly. Please make sure to share this out. Happy hats are ready for the next bit. And I got some images of the day. Right, this is in Barcelona, okay, in turn of the century, and there seems to be some sort of 5G technology going on. Not Barcelona, excuse me, Madrid. Okay, and it's horse and carts. We've got trams. There's no car at this period. It's a turn of the century, about 1900, and you seem to have like some sort of 5G tower going on. See it? Or what it could be, I don't know, but it looks like 5G. Nice bit of tech on top of this little Spanish church. And you get these live action images, which I really adore. I don't know why people weren't getting splattered left, right and centre daily. It must have been fucking death just across the road. Does it make sense, any of that? This looks absolute chaotic stupidity. People must have been dying en masse daily doing that. And stereoscopic viewers, you can buy one in there and you can select your film. They were very, very popular. What we're looking at now, I wouldn't mind a stereoscopic viewer. This is the building of I don't know where, or the touching up of I don't know where. It seems an awful lot of mud, an awful lot of slaves, an awful lot of mud on the up to the knees of this Tartarian statue. San Francisco after the event. Whatever happened. I'm sure these ladies seen some of it in San Francisco. I left my heart. Also, building falling down, and this horse just can't keep up. It's just, as soon as you have a look at that opera house, there's a horse running across. Can't verify it's real. And something else we're going to be looking into is the Forth Bridge and some of the monuments of Scotland, and whether these can be trusted images of them being built, basically. Okay, we're moving on to images of the day. Absolutely perfect. These are fantastic. I'm going to be, actually, I'll play a little bit of music, or one or two, for a second, because I can. Okay, so peace and love to you all. I'm just going to stop my microphone because I don't want to spoil the music. Okay, only 3 minutes, just for something different. Peace and love. It's all very nice, but I need to talk about these images actually. But I thought it'd be nice, a little bit of sitar music. So yeah, let's have a little talk about these. So yeah, the World of AD 2000, they got that nailed. Everyone in their own insular little cubicles working. How the fuck could they have known it would be a sterile world like this? Visions of the past. Now Skype have obviously nicked this off these people. They've had Skype for a number of years. At least the 1950s. Skype. So this is the future, obviously fucking ridiculous. So she's like, no tongues, and he's like, no shit. So that's where they're going. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe's not a dude, guys. Yeah, is that real diamond? Okay, that's just silly. Sorry. Yeah, so basically, yeah, that's just ridiculous. They did this in the 1700s. They put these stupid big fucking hats on, came in, made of silk. There's like a big stake in it, because that's actually her head. Yeah. And they're bloody just ridiculous. They fall over and scare the shit out of all the animals and everything. It's like... got animals living in there. So yeah, robots, 1898. And also electric or gas-powered cars. They got rid of all of that. Or they put boilerplate. Fucking fantastic. There's more evidence of that now. And basically, a radio televiewer, okay, a distant station. So just like what we showed you, it looks exactly the same. A couple of hundred years before. Now imagine all of this is in the 1800s. Some of this is like a little bit later. This is the happy hats of tribesmen and their strange paintings. What is their frame of reference for this? Why did they do this? What are they seeing? Okay, can it be done? So it's basically teleprompters, exactly what we were just showing you. Advertising from screens as well. And here's an automated man from the past, okay, which walks. I would love to have seen it in action, but steam powered, in the Victorian era, and he would have walked down the street. It was absolutely fantastic, and pulled the cat. So basically, there's not a horseless carriage; it's a one-horseman carriage. Fantastic. Happy hats. What is he thinking? I do not know. What have you seen? I do not know. This, petticoats are to hide when you wear, the wind blows up and you wear a ginormous skirt. What if these skirts were treated with some sort of levitational properties? Could women get around in these giant over-the-top skirts that they wore in the past in Tartarian? Because they never made no sense to me, these crinoline gowns and stuff. Yeah, I think they might have been a mode of transportation. Well, the Dogon, they just got like tuning forks over their heads, haven't they? And aerials and antennas on top. Yeah, Dogon, they just weird. Yeah, some despotic state in the future. Some man Skyping a girl. 11:45. So yeah, carnivals are spooky as well. They're demonic. I think it's all to do with this whole narrative, where they've got demonic faces inviting you into a hideous demonic realm. In this case, in this one in Paris, hell. Could be actually a doorway to hell. This is an anti-bear suit of the Victorian eras from Russia, made of like leather, I suspect, and covered in needles. Or he's Pinhead of Hellraiser 2. I don't know. I think he is real. I think he lives. He's little toesy woesies, so it's real. I mean, that's quite not cute at all. It's really fucking weird. Put that on their chart. Frame of reference for this man. What is he seeing to make him put this giant speaker on his head? I'm just saying. There's that again. Also, strange tribal customs. Why are they putting like black and white blobs on themselves, and what's going on? Okay. Also, tooth protrusions. Are they part of his natural DNA, natural state? Because he looks like he's got like Victorian British, I'm going to work down a coal mine clothes on. He's got that face paint, so he looks like he's been assimilated into the Phoenician Collective. And his hair's been cut. And he's got these strange sticks. Are they real? Or is he just pissing around with sticks like kids do? So it's still going on in the alchemical era. Here's Atlas history, yeah. This guy's checking out whatever's going on. No, he's reading it off. Information coming in. Information, intercepted from whoever's giving him the information. He's dictating it to him and he's writing it down. Yeah. All the usual characters. He got his Pissy Zeus with his fasces. Oh, epic. They do back scratches. See, I haven't got a taste for anything of that reality, or any of it, full stop. Quite like the Tartarian ideology. I think we should be definitely pushing towards that while all the world goes to shit in a handbag. Nobody seems to be doing anything about it. And they're ramping up for a wave, like a tsunami wave. Maybe the Noah's wave, or the Noah's flood, was something completely different. Wave 1, wave 2, who even knows? Just all an analogy. This is the ultimate happy hat. Yeah? I couldn't wear one like that in the house, obviously, because I've got a ceiling high enough. What about that for happy hats? Fucking fantastic, I know. Whoa! So, I think that what they've seen to do this is giants. I think they are looking at giants and stilts, because they want to be as high as the giants. But there's sort of this metallic face going on, like the giants are robots. So, can you breathe in there at all, Marjorie? No, not fucking really. I feel like I'm going to drop like a stone. So this is what they do. I guess this is America. Looks like New York. During an epidemic in the past, people used to put carry bags over their heads. So we put warnings on bags nowadays. Make sure to put this carry bag on your head. It will fucking kill you. Mud flood, Rome. Would you argue that there's been no mud? See, in the old world, we'd have had a fountain outside, okay, with, beautiful vortex water. Go outside, pick a apple or a colour that I don't recognise anymore. That's a bit like yellow and a red, off a tree. And just, nowadays, we have no fountains in Britain, in our corners of our streets or anything. They took them all out of the parks. They're rebuilding San Francisco after the the mud flood building, bringing all the stuff in. Everything's burnt across the road. Look at the towers. There's a door in there and a door in there. Okay, a door. So like you come in, and it's like a balustrade and a door. Windows. Air balloon comes in or some sort of a mode of transport. Step in there through the door. Yes? No? Station. This is what happens when Billary looks in the mirror. That is her true self. Don't you know? Yeah. Which one's better looking? Yeah, I know. Not Billary. And a beautiful Tartarian, probably a mental institution or whatever they've done with it in the past. Crazy big. This is a Glasgow building in Scotland. It's also been burnt down in the past. I think it was his sort of town hall. Beautiful Tartarian building. Half of it buried into the ground because it can't be predominantly top heavy. Makes no sense. And this giant door has got a flood on it. Obviously, why are they building this door? So big for tiny people. It's a big door. But I backed up on it. It depicts a flood. It depicts everyone drowning. So it's a pretty apocalyptic thing coming off the door as well. It's over the door. Fasces stuff. I think this is in Madrid. Beautiful buildings you get in Madrid. And this is in is it Glasgow, Aberdeen? It says Aberdeen Express, but I think it's in Glasgow, this one. You get these everywhere. 11:45 again. It's beautiful Tartarian buildings. Look like they're, Gothic themed, like something you can see in Germany, but And that's the Liverpool offices. Replicated building everywhere in the world. This is identical to St Paul's Cathedral. Do you agree? Identical. This is brilliant. Have you ever seen this, guys? The Tartarian Tower, or the Tower of Tartar. The Tower of Tartar was immense. I can't imagine what it did. It's not just a dwelling. Next to a train track. Look at these walls. What could be in there? Oh, that's a Tartarian tech. Tower of Tartaria. Do you like that? I know. And use the Phoenicians. They're fucking nutters. Look. Yeah? Wherever they come from was a bit warped. Is this warped? No, they're just inlaid that way. And curved windows. What a feature. I thought it was the sort of the messed up photograph. Can you see that, guys? We're just... Well, what effort to do that. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. Just getting all the juice here. Absolutely loving it. This is a picture of Guernica, which I talked about in my last post with the UAP channel. Check that out if you haven't already. It was a fantastic interview. We're going to be doing some more of them. We're going to do a panel show. We're going to grab John Levy and others. Okay, I'm going to try and anybody who's in this field. Just if you are interested and you want to have a hangout with Flat Earth British into this field, contact martinleaker7gmail.com and we'll see what happens. Beautiful nights. So how did they see? I do not know. What about her? Maybe she's just really, really little, though. You know, in their defense, she could be like just a Barbie doll. Look at that. That's how insane they were in the past, and this is not even during a war. Or it is. No, sorry, it's World War II. So yeah, gas masks. I got 2 under there. I'll show you now. This is in Russia, but check this device. It says it in Russia, but this is like, stuff you get in India. These huge resonators, pyramid stack technology, making infinite power of shapes and resonance. It's a fucking fantastic thing. They could be even making the luminaries. Oh, we know. Look how deep this goes below ground level. In Aberdeen, Palace Hotel. I've never been to Aberdeen. I like Scotland. I love Scotland. So I should check them other coast towns. If I'm welcome. So this looks like great expositions, but it looks like a railway station. Look, everything in the antique world was just beautiful. Look at this lamppost. 3 big massive lamps. Don't like the look of that ball thing on top of that building. Twin Towers. And it looks like a railway station. Or it looks like a church or one of them. There's them resonators, step pyramid. Okay. New York building from the old world. And they put these crazy things on the top, like, for there's like literally a church on top. Oh, well, that's nice. Look at this for Antiquitech. Covered. Beautiful little Munster's house. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, on the Futurama cartoon, they got a smellometer where you can smell stuff in space. But this is basically breathing apparatus for a flu epidemic. It's like a ventilator. She's one paranoid woman. I can't confirm or deny whether that's a giant turtle, but I think it's a giant tortoise. Giant tortoise. Yeah. Obviously. Stones just don't fall into that shape, animal. I'm going to show what's going on here, guys. It's a bit sinister. These people with these feathers on, here, and here, seem to be doing all the carnage of the worldly nasties. And the Tsar Bell of Russia, okay, can't verify exactly what happened to it, Okay, but it was on top of a clock tower. We've talked about this a submarine thing many times, and on UAP channel. It's a mystery. We do not know, but we think it's Phoenician transportation, or I do. A beautiful temple, ding, in the middle of a star 40, ding, Furum and Diana. So, to worship of another one of their deities, Diana. And that's what's on the Tsar bell in St. Petersburg in Russia. It's a fantastically big bell, made for giants, by giants I should imagine. See this building? The granite at the bottom, so the flood comes up to here. Everything top heavy, disproportionate. And this is a Blackpool Tower. And this is what it had on top in the past. I've been up. I love Blackpool. I went there when I was in 1979. I went to Blackpool on holiday. Stayed in a horrible bed and breakfast on a Manchester road. You know, like your breakfast. And my little cousin said, no, it tastes like shit. The woman wasn't very happy, but it did. You got the bacon stuff stuck in your throat. Fucking revolting. Have you ever seen this before? It's in Saudi Arabia, and they've done these things carved out of a rock, but there's loads of them in the landscape. And they all look like buildings. This is a dustified ancient civilization. Is that Bella? Okay. So please, this is in Birmingham as well, Corbin Hotel. Please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to share. I'm going to be coming back and have a chat with you all and give you all a bit of a thanks actually for everything that you do, all of the shares, everything that's just been absolutely fantastic, and just your positive input. And here's my message for you, okay, from them two lovely little fellas there. I know they're fluffy. I like fluffy things, as I'm sure you know. They're cool. I can hear you all in chat now going, ah. There's a clock. Obviously, I state the obvious. So check this out, this mud-flooded world. All of these buildings, another one of these great asylums, institutions, all mud-flooded, all tarted up. Or they're burning in their corpses. And everything outside is trees chopped down, mud, and a couple of people like they just arrived. It's a shit civilization, guys. After a mud flood. Making good. That's a sweet little shot, that. I like that one. Same thing for Russia. Mud. And a buried infrastructure. These things are infinitely lower and deeper, as we know. And there's the Zarbella in the modern day. And you can see it from above. Big giant clamps to hold it. How did they found it? And how did they even lift it up there? Pencil drawing, because where there's large amounts of people in Tartaria, there are always pencil drawings, mostly. And a bit of the old world left over. Yeah, we know what happened, don't worry. Or red brick there. And electricity used in Rio de Janeiro in its great expositions. Rio de Janeiro. And this, it's portable, stovepipe wireless telephone from antiquity. From the look at the caps, I would say 1920s. Wireless telephone, portable, 1920s. Sound, vibration, ladders, and the stealing of a civilization. The making of electricity using aerostat. In the past, balloons collect electrostatic charge, collected into an antiquitech device. In the past. And there's an aerostat balloon up there as well, because that was the Tartarian mode of transport. Plus free energy from the ether. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. 2025. It's 5 years' time. So, I don't like that globe thing, whatever it is. It looks like a hologram. And he's Skyping. I like that chair, though. I love that chair. So, yeah. They knew, alright. What about these? That's what I'm thinking, guys. When I seen this, I was like, holy fuck, of course they could have done that. Mary Poppins does it, guys. They has like a couple with the umbrellas. Why are they all carrying umbrellas when they arrive in San Francisco? The place is fucking boiling, isn't it? They all got umbrellas, and you see a predominant load of umbrellas with people in these photographs, right or wrong. And somebody even mentioned in my comments a week ago, guys, saying, why they always got umbrellas? Why they always got umbrellas? Why are they using petticoats? So when these fly up, covers them. It's fucking perfect, guys. Think about it. Yeah? I like it. And these are these freaky carnivals, which are satanic, by the way. It's a giant snail. Snails are not satanic. I like this shot of Paris with the moving pavements. Cool, that'd be a place to visit if it still looked like that. Don't know, it's just a fine artwork which we appreciate. Anything classy. I'm flat with British, and I like the way the light catches it. It's very clever. So just like, if you're completely stupid, you're going to wear a mask. Not good to you. It's going to reduce 25% of your oxygen intake, and it's going to reduce your immune system. Like these ladies have used, and cleverly, although it's like causing condensation, and she's going to walk into a wall very shortly, they've used plastic combs to get around. And they fucking clever. So that's their conversation. And they had robots in late Middle Ages also, or infrastructures, exoskeletons. They can be super strong. Get little motors in there as well. Okay, little motors, and you basically kick buildings down. So here they are, levitating umbrellas with some sort of device and a balloon on top. Everyone's getting around on them. Tartarian travel. Now you got planes, stinking planes with chemtrails. Mantiquatent. This is a new field. A mantiquatent, okay? Not sure if what's going on with the hands. The feet look fine. And he's in the mud, by the way. So mantiquatent, new field. And there's that 5G tower thing in Madrid, turn of the century. Lucifer, he seems to have come from the water, and a portal, okay, does Lucifer. And he's got like little like different wings going on, and he's like, I'm eating all these floating babies, or whatever they are, floating humans. Floating with him because he's in water, or he's in a vial. Like a homunculus. In fact, he looks like homunculus. Trippy, isn't it? So I put this on my community page today, okay? So if you're bored or waiting, okay, trapping him, okay, it's painful but effective. Okay, minimal blood loss. It banishes lewd thoughts and curtails your cravings. Let the ether invigorate your brain. Your brain. Comes with a complimentary haircut. So I tried that, and it didn't work, and it did not get rid of lewd thoughts at all. Glow programming, Paris exposition. You can go up and around this thing. They're telling you what you're living in. Trying to. This one's got like constellations on it. It could be a celestial. It's called a planisphere. Part of their brainwashing program. This is the Edison Lighthouse in the 1700s, full of what looks like aerials and antiquitech, which I've showed many times on my posts years ago on the Celtic Tartarian channel, which is now back, and giant bells. Can't tell you the story behind that, but it's in Rio, and it's a giant bell out of antiquity. Check that out, guys. Yes, it's all quite weird. Dark. And yeah, you know, how far advanced were they in the past? This advanced. This is a telephonist's office. It's one that it don't blow up, but it looks to be pencil drawn, doesn't it? So you just say like which house you want to be connected to. So that's a pencil drawing. It's unusual. Somebody went to that F and started taking a photo. There it is again, the planisphere. Oh yeah, it's a celestial one. Got the constellations on it. Next to the device. All of that text gone now, by the way. That was the Eiffel Tower. So that's me. Stay there. Coming back now for visitations. Okay. Flat Earth British. Epicness. Oh, you enjoyed that, guys. Can't remember anything I talked about. It's been so long. But I guess we talked about magic transistors. We've talked about the translation for religious persecution. Believe or we'll burn you. From the Portuguese on the white population of Congo in the late Middle Ages. Isn't this all unusual? And then we looked into pictures of Italy. I can link them up. We'll look at them again. They are fantastic. The freakiest fuckness of the Middle Ages, wouldn't you agree? Okay. So, wow. Thanks to my Ben Sherman shirt, Jar Soldier 1, who's Mel. Okay. And I think I just found in a pocket just now, live, on YouTube. And the books that you also sent. Okay. Rose Windows. You gel. Don't be gel, because I'm going to share them all with you. It's for the info. Okay. From Melage. And medieval church architecture. Okay. I know. I'm mildly moist already. This is epic. I know. And the hair and the amber eyes. Okay. Which is about inheritances, and it's got a bunny rabbit on it. And I'm into inheritances because it could be like, you know, multi-millionaire relatives and stuff. Okay. Right, now. Trolls, stop that, okay? Not going to help on the long run, and karma is a real bitch, okay? So, yeah, I've been attacked by trolls. People have gone crazy in my ass because I can't find all the time to talk to everyone, okay? I got to try and, you know, exist as well, like cook food and things, okay? Housework and stuff, okay? Just takes, you know, I like to clean, so that takes a lot of the day. So yeah, people trolled my ass. I've had a video made about me. Apparently I'm a famous American dead rock star, come back from the dead as well, from Lincoln Park. So apparently, okay, so yeah, so he came back from the grave, okay, so we could talk about flat earth and antiquity and mud. Okay, makes perfect sense. Anyway, so anyway, forgiving us all. Just don't be so silly, okay? Forgiveness to everybody, though, because I don't really care. You see my don't give a fuck my face earlier. And if you need to heat hemp products, CBD products, to make you feel all like better and no arthritic pain, because I got arthritis, that's why I wear a copper bangle, which helps, okay? Because I'm like that young. But I'm going in a reverse young process, basically getting younger, stronger, fitter, and all of that. It's like going the other way. That's what happens when you unplug from the matrix. So if you had fun, no King and Queen fun, we'll have that next time, okay? Because things have been strange over in Winslow Castle, as you know. Okay, things are heating up with the King John III moving in and everything else. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. Barbaria. Oh yeah, right. I want to thank all my Patreons, but unfortunately this month Patreon declined my Patreon payment, which actually pays my rent. So that was like not a good thing after the end of the month, trying to get, you know, everything working. Barbaria, okay. I'm getting offers here left, right and centre, okay, just all over the place, okay. This is going to have to be talked about, okay, it's going to have to be sorted out, because they're going to throw weird shit on you in a minute, guys. You're going to be caught up in a really shitty, you know, cult B movie, horror movie, actually, okay. You think this is all going to go away and go back to how it never was anyway? Life is an illusion, and anything is possible in this place. Fact. Peace and love, be good, okay, and if you need me, mattleague7gmail.com, okay, I will be back soon. We got interviews to come, we've got a giant, basically fantastic show to come, panel show, okay, we're very much looking forward to that, and I know you guys are too. So, that's been me for today, Flat Earth British, happy Friday, be good.